নমস্কার, আমি ডক্টর কৃষ্ণেন্দু দাশগুপ্ত। আমি আসানসোল চেলিডাঙ্গা উচ্চ মাধ্যমিক বিদ্যালয়ের সিনিয়র ইংলিশ টিচার। আমি আজকে এই সিরিজের দ্বিতীয় লেসনটা নিয়ে এসেছি। তবে এটা আর কবিতা নয়, এটা একটি প্রোজ, ক্লাস 10-এর একটি প্রোজ, আর কে নারায়ণের ফাদার্স হেল্প। তোমাদের কাছ থেকে যে শুভেচ্ছা, যে ভালোবাসা পেয়েছি আমি গত ভিডিওটি পোস্ট করার পরে, সেটা আমাকে উদ্বুদ্ধ করেছে, উৎসাহিত করেছে এই ভিডিওটি বানানোর জন্যে। আশা করছি এই ভিডিওটিও তোমাদের উপকারে লাগবে। ফাদার্স হেল্প গল্পটি লিখেছেন বিখ্যাত লেখক আর কে নারায়ণ। এটি একটি শর্ট স্টোরি। তাহলে আমরা প্রথমেই জেনে নিই যে এই শর্ট স্টোরি বিষয়টি কি। হোয়াট ইজ এ শর্ট স্টোরি? শর্ট স্টোরি মানে তোমরা নামটা থেকে বুঝতে পারছো, ছোট গল্প। একটা নভেল যেমন বহু অনেক বড় হয়, কখনো 900 পাতা, কখনো 1000 পাতার উপরে একটা নভেল হয়। A short story, on the contrary, is short and it is meant to be read within a time span of 45 minutes to 2 hours. তাহলে একটা শর্ট স্টোরিকে 45 মিনিট থেকে 2 ঘন্টার মধ্যে পড়তে যদি পারা যায়, সেইটিকে আমরা শর্ট স্টোরি বলি, যেটিকে 45 মিনিট থেকে 2 ঘন্টার মধ্যে পড়া যাবে। That is a short story and it will have a few characters, 2-3 মেইন ক্যারেক্টার, মেইনলি 2 or 3 মেইন ক্যারেক্টার্স। নভেলের মতো বিশাল সময় ধরে, মাসের পর মাস, বছরের পর বছর ধরে এর ঘটনা প্রবাহ চলবে না। The time span of the story should be limited to a few hours, maybe a day or two. That is the time span. It should be small. এবং এই শর্ট স্টোরির কোনো প্লটের কোনো কমপ্লিকেশন থাকবে না, মানে সাব প্লট থাকবে না। ইট শুড বি আ স্ট্রেট সিম্পল প্লট, আ সিঙ্গুলার প্লট। দ্যাট ইজ দ্য ক্যারেক্টারিস্টিক অফ আ শর্ট স্টোরি। আর কে নারায়ণ একজন ভারতীয় হলেও হি হ্যাড রিটেন মেইনলি ইন ইংলিশ। এই ধরনের লেখকদেরকে বলা হয় ইন্ডিয়ান ইংলিশ রাইটার্স। And these writers have enriched our culture. They have, what should I say? They have taken our culture, our literature to the world. And that is, এটা তাদের একটা বিরাট অবদান ভারতীয় সাহিত্যে। The first Indian English writer is Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. He wrote his novel Rajmohan's Wife and it was published in 1864. The next two writers, famous writers whom came to this field, very famous Indian English writers, immensely popular among his readers, are Mulkraj Anand and R K Narayan. তবে মনে রাখতে হবে যে for both these writers, Mulkraj Anand and R K Narayan, life was not a bed of roses. They struggled very much in the beginning, immensely struggled. Mulkraj Anand had to struggle very much before he published his Untouchable, his first novel in 1935. And similarly, our R K Narayan also had struggled very much. He had tried to publish it. Actually, nobody was ready to take his first novel was Swami and Friends. Nobody was ready to accept a story or a novel by about a child. Everyone was interested about novels about adults. So he did not get, and only after it came to the hands of the great English writer Graham Greene, and he read it and he found it was a fantastic novel, and then he took the initiative. He himself sponsored and got the great publishing house Hamilton to publish his novel Swami and Friends. After this, there was no turning back for R.K. Narayan. In 1958, his masterpiece, The Guide, was published. Later, it was made into a very popular Hindi film. In his lifetime, he got many awards. In 1960, he got the Sahitya Academy Award. And then he got the Padma Bhushan and the Padma Vibhushan. He had a long creative life. Born in 1906, he died in 2001. Rasipuram Krishna Swami Iyer Narayana Swami. ওনার পুরো নাম R.K. নারায়ণের পুরো নাম। Though he was a prolific writer and he wrote many novels, উনি ওনার introduction to মালগুডি ডেজে বলছেন যে ওনার কখনো ওই নভেল লিখতে খুব ভালো লাগতো না। ইট ওয়াজ ভেরি টায়ারসাম এফার্ট, আ কাইমেরিক্যাল পারসিউট ওনার নিজের ভাষায় বলতে গেলে। উনি সবসময় প্রেফার করতেন শর্ট স্টোরি লিখতে, এবং এই মালগুডি ডেজ, it's a collection of short stories that was published in 1982. বিষয়টা হচ্ছে যে এই মালগুডি ডেজে what do we understand? What is Malgudi? Malgudi is a town probably somewhere in South India. It's actually there is no town in India called Malgudi. It's an imaginary town, a fictitious town created by our writer R.K. Narayan. It's a South Indian town. যদি উনি ওই ইন্ট্রোডাকশন একটি জায়গায় মজা করে বলছেন যে ইউনিভার্সিটি অফ চিকাগো প্রেস যখন যখন ওদের একটা লিটারারি অ্যাটলাস বার করে, তখন ইন্ডিয়াতে মালগুডি বলে একটা জায়গাকে দেখিয়েছে। বাট we must remember that there is no town called Malgudi. It's a fictitious creation by our writer. এই মালগুডিটা কি? Is it one of those South Indian towns, one say like Tirupati, Thiruvananthapuram, or one of those? আমরা যদি R.K. নারায়ণকে জিজ্ঞেস করি, he would say that that is not the idea of Malgudi. Malgudi has a universality. Malgudi can be any town anywhere in India. It is very much cosmopolitan. All types of people live, or rather, why should I say anywhere, any place in India? It can be a town. Well, it's a small town, but it can be a town anywhere all around the globe. যে কথাটা উনি বলছেন যে আমার মালগুডির ক্যারেক্টার্সদেরকে আমি নিউ ইয়র্কে দেখতে পাই, means that much of universality this Malgudi has. এবং এই মালগুডির মধ্যে দিয়ে উনি একটা মিনি পৃথিবী বা মিনি ভারতবর্ষ তৈরি করতে চেষ্টা করেছেন। যাই হোক, আমরা এবারে আমাদের মূল যে গল্পটা ফাদার্স হেল্প, এই ফাদার্স হেল্পে আসবো। ফাদার্স হেল্প গল্পটি মালগুডি ডেজ থেকে নেওয়া হয়েছে। ইটস অ্যান অ্যাব্রিজড ভার্সন অফ ইট। অ্যাব্রিজ ভার্সন মানে এটাকে ছোট করা হয়েছে, অনেকটাই ছোট করা হয়েছে, তোমাদের সুবিধার্থে করা হয়েছে। ইটস অ্যান অ্যাব্রিজড ভার্সন অফ দ্য স্টোরি, এবং আমরা এই বিষয় নিয়ে করতে করতে আলোচনা করব। ফাদার্স হেল্প, Unit 1. Lying in bed, Swami realized with a shudder that it was Monday morning. It looked as though only a moment ago it was Friday. Acha, here I would just ask you all a question. যে তোমাদের এর আগের কোনো ক্লাসে in one of your junior classes did you read about any such character, any such boy, about an adolescent boy, something around your age or maybe a little smaller than that, who disdained from going to school, he never loved going to school, and Monday was always a shudder for him? Can you all remember it? Well, it's that famous character Tom Sawyer. The famous character Tom Sawyer, created by Mark Twain. If you remember your prose piece, Tom Loses a Tooth, there you will find Tom Sawyer really unwilling, and he's trying one after another his tricks. So, same is the case with our Swami. Lying in bed, Swami realized with a shudder, it was just shudder, it was shaken up. Oh my God, something like that. It was Monday morning. It looked as though a moment ago it was Friday. Friday means Saturday, Sunday, holiday. And then again it's that dreadful Monday, a whole week of drudgery. You drag and drag and drag with all lifelessness. Already Monday was here. He hoped that he didn't have to go to school. That's what he hoped. Actually, আমরা যদি দেখি তাহলে একটা জিনিস দেখব যে আর কে নারায়ণের সাথে, মানে এটাকে বলা হয় আর কি, যে স্বামী অ্যান্ড ফ্রেন্ডসকে বলা হয়, যদিও এটা মালগুডি ডেজ থেকে নেওয়া, তো বাট দেন ইউ ফাইন্ড দ্য ক্যারেক্টার স্বামী হিয়ার অলসো। তো এই কথাটা যেটা বলা হয়, সবসময় বলা হয় যে স্বামী অ্যান্ড ফ্রেন্ডস ইজ সাম সর্ট অফ আ ভার্চুয়াল অটোবায়োগ্রাফি অফ আর কে নারায়ণ। ইটস সাম সর্ট অফ an autobiography, but it's an indirect autobiography. So আমরা মানে অটোবায়োগ্রাফিক্যাল এলিমেন্টস প্রচুর আছে স্বামী অ্যান্ড ফ্রেন্ডসের মধ্যে। আমরা ইনফ্যাক্ট দেখতে পাই আর কে নারায়ণের সাথে এই ক্যারেক্টারটার ভীষণ মিল, প্রচুর মিল। আর কে নারায়ণের বাবা স্কুলের শিক্ষক ছিলেন। Here, of course, Swami's father is a lawyer. He was very strict disciplinarian. R. K. Narayan was born in 1906 in a family which had many children. And that is why his grandmother took care of R. K. Narayan. R. K. Narayan received all the love from his grandmother. এবং তার মেন্টাল যে ফ্লাওয়ারিং, that was possible mainly because of her grandmother. Similarly, our Swami and friends, our Swami of Swami and friends, he has a grandmother who was very indulgent, very caring, and Swami could speak his mind out in front of her. And Swami could, or rather I should say, Swami's character developed mainly due to that. His father, who was a lawyer, was a strict disciplinarian, and he preferred the harsh way of bringing up children, which of course did not help a sensitive child like Swami, just as it did not help R. K. Narayan. Like Swami, R. K. Narayan had a disdain for school. He never wanted to go to school. He disliked school. Well, I would like to say that myself, I never liked to go to school when I was small. The main reason was school stifled me, just as school stifled R. K. Narayan. He never felt comfortable within that very harsh discipline and a very overt systematic boundaries. He never felt comfortable. His own sensitivity that couldn't bloom there, সেটা কখনোই উন্নতি করতে পারেনি। And that has been reflected in this character. So Monday was a time of horror. He could never think that he would have to go there again, তোমরা দেখো রবীন্দ্রনাথ বলেছেন যে রবিবার সকলের শেষে আসে এবং যাওয়ার সময় সে কেঁদে যায়. He never wanted to go to that drudgery. এবং এর জন্য আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে রবীন্দ্রনাথ বিশ্বভারতীর মতো একটা ওপেন এডুকেশন সিস্টেম করেছেন, যেখানে প্রকৃতির কোলে বসে পড়াশোনা করা, away from the hard four walls of the classroom, which indicated discipline, harshness, এই ব্যাপারটা. So that is what we see in Swami. At 9 o'clock, Swaminathan wailed, I have a headache. So that was the first excuse. Remember, your Tom Sawyer, he first thought of the something, the tooth, then he thought the tooth was dangerous, then he thought of the toe, and finally he had to revert back to the tooth. So something like that. So I have a headache. Mother generously suggested that Swami might stay at home. You know, mothers, they are always fond of their sons. So, যে মুহূর্তে মাকে বলেছে মা খুব কষ্ট হয়েছে, না না না, okay, why don't you stay back home, you have a headache. And at 9:30, when you ought to have been in the school prayer hall, Swami was lying on the bench in mother's room. এবং মোটামুটি 9:30 যখন বাজে, when he should have been in the school prayer hall, here he was lying in the mother's room on a bench, pretending all in lots of, he was suffering madly. It was a height of pretense that was going on. Father asked him, have you no school today? You know, that very voice, that very gruff presentation of the voice. Swami got half shaken up. Headache, replied Swami. Very, very weak, feeble reply. Or maake ja boleche. You can imagine in front of that very gruff, very hard way of saying, headache. Nonsense. Dress up and go. Just dress up and go. Nonsense. Another last feeble try. Headache. Loaf about less on Sundays and you'll be without a headache on Monday. A very, very clear thing. I'm telling you, this man, a lawyer, very much given to reason, rational, highly rational. And he knew all these tomfooleries. Said clearly, well, stop all your... He was possibly against all these playing and all these things. He only believed in studies. And saying, well, loaf about less on Sundays. Just moving around on Sundays. Just stop all those ideas. All those ideas. Just give up all those ideas. And you will find that on Monday you are fine and ready to go to school. Swami knew how strict his father could be. Swami knew that, well, it was useless trying to talk in front of his father. He knew his father could be very strict, and once he had said, well, you have to go to school means you have to go to school. So he changed tactics. I can't go so late to the class. এবার একটু ব্যাপারটাকে চেঞ্জ করলো, something like, look at Tom. First it was that toe. Then it was when the thing didn't work, again he reverted back to the most dangerous thing that he wanted to avoid. That was his tooth, loose tooth. So similarly like that. Well, I can't go so late. That headache is gone, flying away. আমি এত লেট করে কি করে যাব? How can I go to school that late? But the father, he was a tough nut to crack. You will have to. It's your own fault. And that was, the pat came the reply. Well, you have to. That's your fault. That's not my thinking. What will the teacher think if I go so late? It was sentimental. Well, what will the teacher think if I go so late? Can you imagine what the teacher will say? Tell him you had a headache and so you are late. Nothing. Just tell him you had a headache and that's why you are late. How easy it is. এবার চেষ্টা করলো বাবাকে যদি একটু সিম্পাথি পাওয়া যায়. He will scold me if I say so. Well, see, if I say that I have a headache and all these, I am late because I have a headache and all these things, he will just scold me downright. Left and right he will scold me. But the whole thing turned the other way. Willie, let us see. What is his name? Bogbe. Actually, মূল গল্পটাতে আছে that he will beat me. And he said, what business has this teacher going beating our students? That was the father's reply. এখানে অবশ্য বলছে যে বকবে. But let's see, what is his name? Samuel. Does he always scold the students? সে কি সবসময় স্টুডেন্টসদের বকে? He is a very angry man. He is a very angry man. You don't know Samuel. He gets very angry with students. He is especially angry with the boys who come in late, and particularly with the boys, he's trying to make his own case. And particularly with the boys who come late, he is very, very angry. He never tolerates anybody coming late. I wouldn't like to go to late to Samuel's class. Well, I would never think of going late to Samuel's class. It's dreadful. It's unthinkable for me. If he's so angry, why not tell your headmaster about it? That was a very clear thing. Well, if he's so angry, if he goes on scolding students, then just go and complain to the headmaster. Tell that, Samuel scolds us so badly and all these things. এবার একটা বাজে কথা বললো, মানে একেবারেই বাজে কথা, মানে অসহায় ভাবে। They said that even the headmaster is afraid of him. বলছে যে হেডমাস্টার মশাই নিজেই তো স্যামুয়েলকে ভয় পায়। Before going to Unit 2, I would ask you all, if you all can, to try and write why Swami did not want to go to school. Swami keno school jete chayni. School for many, there's a lot of fun, but why Swami did not want to go to school? If you all can write out a short answer.